more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to 3 and 2 on 3rd down. You're a little off balance.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Hey, box truck.
Here's Locke. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. On 1st down, it's Locke. Throw left side complete. That's Freeman. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, let go.
Now Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Ryan. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Hey, Tuesday.
From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. That'll be taken in the... And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the 1st half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the 2nd half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Play action. It's Ryan. Looking deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 70 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play.
Now a hit and Locke lost the football. It's out. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Robert Kimdichie in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. 3rd and long. It's Locke. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try to cut down the length of the drive.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And the Broncos get there and take him down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Going up top. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Going deep to the end zone for Juju. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Watch tight. Tight is right. 4 down, 4 down.
They snap it to Locke. They'll roll him out right. It's caught at the 10. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Saints 11-yard line.
Go! 290! 140! Easy!
Freeman again. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now it's Locke. Caught. It's the tight end, Kelsey, for a Bronco touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there, and the Broncos have retaken the lead. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complimentary football?
Under pressure, they got him again. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
29 is Mike.
Ryan. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
Guys!
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. And that is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
4th down. Here's Ryan. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Ken Houston. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long time. Right back out there doing the things that he does best and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah.
Switch.
Space.
To throw again on second down. Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
The Saints on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Ryan. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Denzel Ward, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
At the 29-yard line.
On the draw, this will be Freeman. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. That's caught by Woods for a Denver touchdown. Robert Woods, 26 yards. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Lutz will look to add the extra point. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And his throw is incomplete.
No good on the fake extra point. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is
intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone. Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick sixes from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick sixes in a game? You want to leave him out there so he can work through some of the rough stuff.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Ryan. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna...
On first down, Ryan. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end.
Luck going to throw it. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. The Broncos on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Off of play action, Luck. He's going to look deep down the field. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not as...
Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And, Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best, that team will win the game.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Rembrandt, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you?
Yeah.
Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
Lutz now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Ready, white 25.
Beat the mud. Let's put them on the buses.
Gun. Hey, gun.
Now Ryan on first down. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs. And right away, he lost the football. And some room to the big. The 5.
Fumble recovery. Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a first and goal just inside the 5. They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You say, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Nickel Roby-Coleman, a name that will ring in the ears of Saints fans forever, in on the tackle. To throw on 2nd and 6. Ryan. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Sheldon Richardson, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. 3rd and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Complete, it's Johnson. And he's taken down inside the 30. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 29-yard line. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now it's Ryan. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. After the interception, it's Love. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Love. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. A shotgun snap for Love. Able to haul it in is Kittle. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing again is Love. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Robert Kimdichie. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Let's make these big plays.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. Does the big boy have the juice? 20, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
To throw is Love. Escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. On 1st and 10, Ryan. This is caught. And he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. David Johnson. taking it in as they are now on the board here in the first half. Dawson takes on the point after, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. That'll bring up second down.
Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skill players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that was a different situation in New York. The fans weren't real excited about him.
Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Saints take over first and 10 at the 47-yard line.
After the interception, here's Ryan. This one left side caught by Patterson. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, we got a second. We remind you that the Madden Championship Series is back and better than ever. August 30th through September 1st, you can watch the top Madden competitors face off in Arlington, Texas for a total prize pool of $190K. Tune in and watch it, twitch.tv/EA Madden NFL.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a six. The afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Well, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones. On first down, it's Freeman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Now a play fake here on first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Travis Kelce, 29 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. And nowadays in NFL football, you have to account for all the receivers, sure, but the tight end's such a weapon, and they prove it right there.
Oh, without a doubt. And we're seeing now the golden age of tight ends catching the football. I go back to Kellen Winslow. To me, he was a prototype of what we're seeing today. We're seeing it each and every week now.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's going to